In this lesson, we're going to learn about this bar at the bottom of the screen that's called the dock. First, let's learn what it does, and then we'll make some comparisons to Windows. So the dock does a lot of things. What you see on the dock are shortcuts to apps. And then you have this dividing line right here. And on the right side of the dock, you have shortcuts to different files and folders. So if I click on this, there's actually files inside of a folder. Down here at the end, you have your trash can. And down at the other end, you have your Finder. Your Finder is where you go to look for all your files and organize your files. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. You can launch applications from the dock, so I can click on Contacts to open that up. It bounces to let me know that it's loading. And then you see a black dot underneath that icon, and that black dot signifies that that program is open. I'm going to close the window, and the black dot disappeared, so now I know that Contacts is not open. It also gives you a way to get to all of your programs here with Launchpad. So what I'm seeing here on the dock right now is not everything that I have installed, but if I click on Launchpad, this is going to show me everything. And notice that there's two dots right here signifying that there's a page 1 and a page 2. So you can click on the dot, or you can swipe with 2 fingers on a trackpad, or swipe with 1 finger on a mouse and see both pages. And if there's something in here that you don't have a shortcut to on the dock, such as Google Chrome, you can just drag it down. And that's how you make a new shortcut on the dock. The dock is comparable to the taskbar in Windows in that it lets you open applications and switch between applications. It shows you which applications are open with the little dot, and it lets you pin and unpin things to it, like when we drag down the shortcut to Chrome. The dock is also comparable to some of the functionality in the Windows Start menu because it gives you a quick way to get to all of your applications with Launchpad. Launchpad is also very similar to the Windows 8 Start screen. Notice that I can take a file and drag it down here to the right side of that little line, and I can make a shortcut to that file right here on my dock, similar to the way I'd make a shortcut to files on the desktop in Windows. So it's also kind of similar to desktop shortcuts in Windows. There's just a few more tips about using the dock. If I go to my Launchpad and I open up something that's not currently in the dock, like Microsoft Word, the program is going to show up here at the end of the dock. It's bouncing to let me know that it's loading. So now when I go quit Word, so I'm going to go up here to the menu bar and quit Word, the icon is going to disappear from the dock because I didn't originally have it there as a shortcut. There it goes. So let's say I open up Word and I think, well, this is a shortcut that I would like to keep in my dock. I could have just gone to Launchpad and drug it down here like I did with the Chrome icon. But since it's already open, I don't have to go through that. I can just do a 2-finger click on the trackpad or a right click on the mouse, go to Options, and tell it to keep in dock. So this is kind of similar to pinning something to the taskbar in Windows. So now that I've told it to keep it in the dock, this time when I go to Word and quit, the icon is actually going to stay in the dock after the program closes. Another tip about the dock is that you can resize it, and you don't have to have it at the bottom of the screen. You could move it to either side of the screen. So let's look at resizing it. You have this little line right here that divides the shortcuts to files and folders from the shortcuts to applications. Whenever you hover over it, you see these 2 up and down arrows. If you hold down and move up and down, you can resize it. You can make the dock bigger or smaller just by dragging on top of that line. If we go up here to System Preferences under the Apple menu, And system preferences, which we'll talk about later, are like control panel on Windows. There are preferences for the dock. So here we can also resize it. You can make it smaller, make it larger. Magnification. Notice how right now with magnification turned off, when I hover over the icons, it just shows me the name. If I turn on magnification, now when I hover over the icons, they get a little bit bigger as I move over them. And I can decide how much bigger they get by using this slider. Or I can turn it off again. And then I can decide if I'd rather have it on the left side of the screen or the right side of the screen. And there are other system preferences here for the dock that you can experiment with and see how you like it.